It's being seen as a big blow to Mamata Banerjee ahead of the 2021 West Bengal election. Suvendu Adhikari, a powerful TMC minister, seen as one of the architects of Mamata Banerjee's victory in 2011 after the Nandigram agitation, has resigned as minister and all but quit the Trinamool Congress. But was the writing already on the wall? For months, he wasn't attending cabinet meetings. He was holding rallies without either Trinamool posters or banners or even Mamata Banerjee's posters. Not only that, his supporters at Nandigram had already started saying, Amra Dadar Anugami, which means we are followers of Dada, an indication that they were not followers of Didi. Manogya Loiwal and Indrajit Kundu bring you our top story tonight.
Suvendu Adhikari, one of Mamata's most trusted lieutenants, is on the verge of dumping Didi. Adhikari, a grassroots leader, wields a massive influence in Bengal, especially in the 7 districts of the
নন্দীগ্রামের কথা মনে পড়েছে খুব ভালো লাগছে
In 2007, Suvendu, then an MLA, spearheaded the anti-land acquisition movement in Nandigram that eventually helped the TMC dislodge the 34-year-old left-front government in 2011. On Friday, the senior TMC leader sent in his resignation as the state's transport minister, sent in Bengal's power corridors.
ওই পার্টিতে কোনো ভদ্রলোক থাকতে পারে না, কোনো গণতন্ত্র নাই, কোনো স্বাধীনতা সম্মান নাই। তাই যারা পশ্চিমবাংলার পরিবর্তনের লড়াই করতে চান তারা আসুন, আমরা তাদেরকে যোগ্য সম্মান দেব। এটা সূচনা করছে যে টিএমসি শেষে শুরু হয়ে গেছে।
Adhikari has not attended state cabinet meetings for the last few months, apparently unhappy with the organizational rejig effected a few months ago. But the biggest grouse is perhaps against Mamata's nephew and TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee, who's been pushed up the organizational ladder.
আমি বলবো যে তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসে পিসি আর ভাইপো ছাড়া কেউ থাকবে না, মমতা ব্যানার্জি আর অভিষেক ব্যানার্জি ছাড়া কেউ থাকবেন না। কারণ এনারা ত্যাগী হিসাবে, মমতা ব্যানার্জি ত্যাগী হিসাবে তৃণমূল কংগ্রেস তৈরি করেছিলেন, এখন ভোগী হয়েছেন। প্রায় 58 জনের উপরে বিধায়ক ভারতীয় জনতা পার্টিতে আসার জন্য তৈরি হয়েছে। 1 মাসের মধ্যে হয়তো সরকারটা ভেঙে যেতে পারে।
The TMC is still hopeful that Suvendu will not quit the party.
Suvendu has taken certain personal decisions. He is entitled to it, but he has not resigned from the party, nor his MLA-ship. We hope to keep him in the party and utilize him.
Is there any plans of further engaging with him, more discussions and deliberations?
Yes, there are plans.
Shuvendu's resignation from Mamata Banerjee's cabinet and all other West Bengal government posts does come in as a huge setback for the Trinamool Congress, which has been trying hard to placate the rebel leader. Sources in the Trinamool Congress suggest that Saugata Roy will once again hold a very crucial round of talks with Suvendu Adhikari in a last bid attempt to keep him within the Trinamool Congress fold. With camera person Prabir Biswas, Indrajit for India Today in Kolkata.
The writing, it is being said, was already on the wall. For months, he wasn't attending either cabinet meetings or even in the rallies that he was holding, there were no Trinamool Congress posters, banners. It is said there are 2 reasons for it. 1, perhaps unhappy with the rising influence of Mamata Banerjee's nephew, and 2, even chief strategist Prashant Kishore. Another attempt is being made to placate him. Saugata Roy has met him twice, no positive results. In fact, Prashant Kishore, it is said, went 150 kilometers to Midnapur to meet him, but only could meet his father and MP and not Suvendu Adhikari himself. So is this a big blow to Mamata Banerjee? Joining me on the broadcast is Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Riju Datta is a TMC supporter, will give us the Trinamool Congress perspective. I have Saira Shah Halim joining us for political perspective on this story, and Manogya Loiwala, Bengal Bureau Chief. But Riju Datta, to you first. A big blow to Mamata Banerjee, the architect of the Nandigram victory, the architect of 2011 victory, is now all but quit the party.
No, certainly not. Because I'll tell you, you have to understand how politics is done in Bengal. From the inception of All India Trinamool Congress till 2011, when Didi came into power, until today when we are having the debate in 2020, the party has been formulated in such a way where there is only one leader, that is Mamata Banerjee, and we are all, whether it is Shubhendu Adhikari or any other leader, we are all members, workers and cadres of the party, and that is how the party works, that is how the party runs. Yes, with all due respect, Shubhendu Adhikari is a very senior member of the party, a senior minister of the cabinet, and as of today, yes, he has resigned from the ministry, but he is still a member of the Legislative Assembly from Trinamool Congress, and he's still with us. There's an open line of communication with him and our Supremo, and I'm sure things happen in big parties in election time where this can be solved easily. It is nothing to get hyped about or nothing to be panicked about. It's nothing.
Fair enough. Okay, so you're saying there's no panic in the Trinamool. Of course, Saugata Roy's expression said a different story, but Priyanka Tibrewal, is the BJP celebrating too soon, saying he's welcome to join and he'll get the welcome that a fighter deserves, because Saugata Roy is going to make one more attempt, and he says he may have quit as a minister. He's still a TMC MLA. He's still part of the family.
See, I certainly believe that if there is any political acrimony, they should sort it out amongst themselves. But you will have to understand that what is the reason behind this political acrimony? It is complete favorism, which the Mamata Banerjee or the Didi of West Bengal does towards her nephew. Now see, when the wind blows, you can see certain ripples on the surface of the water. So now the wind is of Parivartan, which the change which the BJP is bringing into Bengal. And hence we are seeing these leaders which are they are rippling now. See, there are. It is very, very imperative to understand that why her trusted aides have become rebellions today, why they have become rebels. Now you have to understand this, that the reason that we are witnessing this downfall of the TMC is because of her policy of oppression. Didi has gone to the extent of proving that all of them are, imperceptible. When the question is in regard to her nephew, she believes, and she has shown this belief, that it is only her nephew who is capable of handling things in the party and no one else. So when you insult a certain leader, when the question is of his self-respect, his dignity, he will, of course, he will go and look for chances.
Okay, so you're saying it's about his self-respect, but is there a pattern to this, Saira Shah Halim? Saira Shah Halim, do we see a pattern to this? It started with Mukul Roy, then Shubhranshu Roy, then other leaders have quit the Trinamool Congress. Now you have Mihir Goswami, who's apparently already joined the BJP, and Shubhendu Adhikari, it's being said, is waiting in the wings.
Sure, Gaurav. So what I'm doing is I am spelling out the method to the madness. The BJP and the TMC have been very close allies in the past. In fact, it was the TMC that brought BJP to Bengal in the late 90s. So let us not forget the historical aspect of the, of these two parties. Now, another thing is the people who have resigned recently from the TMC, their names were allegedly involved in the famous Narda Sharda scam. And it's no secret that who the CBI is under. Okay, the CBI is completely under the influence of the ruling regime. So these people who have left the TMC, their names have actually, came in this Narda Sharda scam. Their names surface in the Narda Sharda scam. And we know who the CBI is being run by. So there is a method, like I said, to the madness.
Okay, so is that what is happening, Manogya? Okay, is that what is happening, Manogya? Manogya, is this Parivarvad, as the BJP says? Is Mamata Banerjee giving a lot of attention to Abhishek Banerjee, her nephew? Is it all about the nephew, or is it also about Prashant Kishore? Or is it Narda Sharda and the investigative agencies?
It's been a pressure cooker where the whistle is blowing now. And the pressure has been brewing from quite some time in the state of West Bengal, just that the whistle is blowing louder than ever before. Interestingly, what we've been seeing, that there has been dissent in the party, where the people, the party men, party workers, party leaders have been voicing their dissent off and on, but then that wasn't taken seriously enough till 2019. It was after 2019 lesson that the party had started attending to what was wrong on the ground and why did they lose so many seats in Lok Sabha. far. The lessons learned was so tough that PK was brought in as an advisor, and now, despite all the advices that you've been seeing and all the kinds of measures that have been made, there seems to be the attrition rate out of TMC higher than what should have been. There is no denial to the fact that there has been dissent and anti-incumbency against TMC.
Okay.
But the fact that it's all coming out now will also give you an idea on who's behind it. Of course, BJP must be at handiwork to ensure they get maximum support and people out of TMC at this crucial juncture.
Fair enough, and Riju Datta, that's it. You know, it's not just Mukul Roy in 2017, but Subhranshu Roy, and that list just seems to be increasing. But in case it is Shubhendu Adhikari, it'll be a big blow to the Trinamool Congress, not just in the Nandigram belt, but in that entire region where he wields considerable influence. And is this because of Mamata Banerjee's focus on her nephew? Is he the heir apparent, Abhishek Banerjee, and is that the reason why so many party leaders and cadre are so upset? Remember, Prashant Kishore went all the way up to Midnapur, travelled 150 kilometers, but Shubhendu Adhikari refused to meet him.
See, Gaurav, I'll again reiterate my point. First, you made a lot of points, so I'll go one by one. You know, starting from Mukul Roy to Subhranshu Roy to Soumitra Khan to Arjun Singh, all the corrupt thrash that Trinamool Congress had, who are being probed by ED, CBI and these central agencies, they have gone into this BJP washing machine, and you know how the BJP washing machine works. You put in a criminal and they come out as a Sant, Yogi and a Mahatma.
Okay.
So they have all become Mahatmas now. Fair enough on their point. Now they can do whatever politics they want to do. But again, I am saying you have to understand the mandate of people, the way TMC came into power in 2011, and they're still continuing, that people vote for Didi. The problem is sometimes, you know, and all these MLAs and all these ministers that are there, they are here as representatives of Didi. So you have to understand, TMC is a little bit different from other political parties like BJP, Congress or CPM. It is a Didi-oriented party, and whoever is there, they are the representatives of Didi. Now, some become a little popular than the others. Some become a little less popular. Now, sometimes what happens, we as human beings, we suddenly forget where we stand, and we ourselves think that we are Mamata Banerjee. And that is how the hard lessons are learned. Now, as I said again,
Priyanka Tibrewal,
there's an open line of communication.
The allegation is that coercive tactics are being adopted by the BJP. Sam Dam Dand Bhed, from Mukul Roy to others who are joining, or to Shubhendu Adhikari, who you're hoping may join. You know, it's the washing machine, as the TMC says. Jo isme dhul jayega, wo saaf ho jayega. Is that the tactics that the BJP is adopting?
About the washing machine, let me just tell him, if he's speaking about Shubhendu Adhikari today, Shubhendu Adhikari is not yet in BJP. And if TMC knew that he was involved in those scams, why is TMC still trying to patch up with Shubhendu Adhikari? What message do I get from TMC then? Tell me. The CBI is probing the matter. They will come out with results. We do not run the CBI, so we cannot ask the CBI to do anything more than what they are already doing. But yes, if TMC is so sure that Shubhendu Adhikari was involved in the scam, then why did TMC not raise their voice against Shubhendu Adhikari so long? See, this is politics, not monarchy.
Priyanka, please understand what I said.
The one fine day, Didi decides to abdicate the throne in favor of her nephew, and that is the reason why this mayhem is there in their party. Because they are not ready to accept this autocracy system, the monarch system, and now they refuse. Yes, tell me. I want to know why Shubhendu
Saira Shalim, is that what is happening? That TMC leaders...
I'll just tell you.
Okay, quickly Riju Datta respond before I bring in Saira Shalim. Go on, Riju Datta, quickly respond.
Yes, I will just say this, that first of all, Priyanka has, she has misunderstood what I said. I mentioned that regarding the ED-CB probe, regarding Mukul Roy, Subhranshu Roy, regarding Arjun Singh and the others.
No, but you just
is still a part of Trinamool. He's an MLA from Trinamool. But let me finish. Now, when you are blowing it out of proportion regarding Shubhendu Adhikari not being communicative with the TMC government, let me say, a 40-year-old worker of your BJP, Mr. Rahul Sinha, when he was thrown out of the state council, he made a press conference and said, I will tell you where I will go, and still he is not in the BJP state council. Soumitra Khan was made the vice president, where you are the state vice president. Soumitra Khan was made the president. He made a list of all the youth community. Dilip Ghosh rejected that list. He openly said, I will resign from my post as state president. And then after 24 hours, he came back. So these things happen in a political party. People feel bad. People understand that something is going on, not going their way. Then they come back to their senses. They talk to the High Command. And it's all normal.
Okay.
Why are you going
Let me get Saira Shah Halim to respond. Let me quickly get Saira Shah Halim to respond, because this is a very interesting point.
Party, the government.
Okay, I've heard you for very long. Let me also tell you all one second.
One by one.
Priyanka, one by one. I heard you all very patiently. Just 2 hours ago, TMC MLA Mihir Goswami has resigned from the TMC and has joined BJP. Now tell me, has it become a pattern where all these TMC guys, MLAs, MPs, councillors are joining BJP en masse? Now, can you please tell us what is this pact, what is this tacit understanding between BJP and TMC? Firstly, 1 second, let me finish.
I started with that sentence, Shaira. I started. My first sentence was. I'll wait for you, Shaira. Complete. I'll wait for you.
It looks like that both the parties are engaging in the politics of polarization, and I think the other parties and they're pretending to be secular. So the Congress and the left has realized that both these parties are engaging in sectarian politics, which is very damaging to the secular fabric of Bengal. Because here you're trying to fool the minorities of Bengal that we are with you, but on the flip side, you've done nothing concrete for the minorities besides appeasement. And at the same time, you are leading to,
Okay.
you're leading,
I'll come to the aspect of
polarization.
appeasement, allegations of appeasement, left versus right, and where does this leave the left and the Congress? I'll come to that aspect in just a moment. But since you mentioned Mihir Goswami, let's quickly cut across and listen in to the MLA who quit the Trinamool Congress, joined the BJP, and other reactions that are coming in, both from the Trinamool Congress and from the BJP. Let's listen in.
Subhendu ji is a very popular leader in Bengal. Subhendu Adhikari ji बीजेपी में आने से बहुत बढ़िया शक्ति मिलेगा. हम लोग सब मिलकर चाहेंगे शुभेंद्र जी हमारे साथ आइए, एक साथ मिलकर हम लोग काम करेंगे बंगाल का डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए.
इसमें ममता जी का अहंकार, भाइयों का अधिकारवाद, उनके द्वारा कोयल माफिया को दी जा रहा संरक्षण, उनको गोल्ड माफियाओं को दिया जा रहा संरक्षण, उनके द्वारा सैंड माफियाओं को द्वारा दिया जा रहा संरक्षण, भाइयों के द्वारा की जा रही हिंसा की राजनीति, उससे शुभेंदु नाराज थे. और शुभेंदु जी ने शायद ममता जी से शिकायत भी की थी, पर ममता जी अपने भाइयों को नहीं रोक पाई और उसके कारण शुभेंदु जी ने इस्तीफा दिया, ऐसा मुझे लगता है. यदि वो आते हैं तो निश्चित रूप से एक जमीन के नेता हैं वो, और अच्छे नेता हैं, हम उनका स्वागत करेंगे.
कि अधिकारी फैमिली का और शुभेंदु अधिकारी का आज भी बंगाल में बहुत पॉपुलैरिटी है. वो अगर भाजपा में आएंगे तो भाजपा समृद्ध होगा और मजबूत होगा, और हम लोग एक साथ ये जो तानाशाही का सरकार है, इस सरकार को बंगाल की मिट्टी से उखाड़ फेंकने के लिए कामयाब रहेंगे.
ममता बनर्जी पुत्र मोह में, यानी कि भतीजे के मोह में, भतीजा को भी पुत्र के समान ही होता है, मोह में आज पूरी पार्टी को एकदम, जिसे धृतराष्ट्र ने पूरे कौरव वंश का नाश कर दिया, उसने पूरे पार्टी को, बंगाल को तोलाबाजी, एक्सटॉर्शन, गुंडागर्दी और जो अत्याचारी बलात्कारी हैं उनको मदद करना, पुलिस राज. इस स्थिति में बंगाल के जितने भी सही मानों में लीडर हैं, जो कभी तृणमूल के शासन को लाने में अपना रक्त और हर कुछ बहाया है, वो आज उस पार्टी से अलग होंगे कि अगर ये ज्वाइन करते हैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी में तो तृणमूल की सरकार गिर जाएगी.
Trinamool is very stable so far the state of Bengal is concerned under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. দেখুন কেন কে ছাড়লো সেটা তো উত্তর আমি দিতে পারবো না, তবে নিশ্চয়ই দেখলাম খবরে দেখলাম যে দেয়ার ইজ নো পার্মানেন্ট ওয়ার্ড ইন পলিটিক্স, পলিটিক্সে কোনো পার্মানেন্ট ওয়ার্ড নেই।
Riju Datta, whether it is Kailash Vijayvargiya or Dilip Ghosh, the indication is that not just Shubhendu Adhikari, the indication is that the floodgates will open and a large number of TMC MLAs, leaders, cadre, they will switch ranks. In case Shubhendu Adhikari was to go to the BJP, how big a setback would that be for Mamata Banerjee, and will it open floodgates in your appreciation?
Gaurav, BJP has been saying this for quite some time, that the floodgates will open, floodgates will open. I am waiting with bated breath when the floodgates will open. And regarding all these statements that you have just made us hear, in सबको क्यों ऐसा लगता है शुभेंदु जी आएंगे तो हम ताकतवर होंगे? Why do you need somebody who is already still an MLA of TMC to make your party stronger? You are the biggest party of this country. आप लोगों का क्षमता नहीं है एक इलेक्शन लड़ने का. आपको TMC का एक MLA चाहिए वो आपका पार्टी को शक्तिशाली बनाने के लिए. You have bought 5 commanders from Central. You have got the father of fake news, Mr. Malware, in Bengal spreading fake news. That is also not enough. Now you need people from Trinamool to make your party stronger. Why? People like Priyanka ji is there, people like Rahul Sinha is there, people like Dilip Ghosh is there, who are there in BJP from God knows when. They are giving their full to BJP. आप उनसे लड़िए. आपको TMC से लोग लेके आपको ताकतवर क्यों बनना है बीजेपी के सामने? Are you not capable enough? That is my question.
In fact, Priyanka Tibrewal, the TMC is also saying that the BJP, one, is getting leaders from outside, and two, how many factions will there be in the BJP? There's already a Mukul Roy faction, a Dilip Ghosh faction. Will there also be a Shubhendu Adhikari faction should he join the BJP?
See, it's time for them to introspect now what is wrong with their party, that people are walking out of the party. Where they are joining, where they are not joining, that is a secondary question. But the initial thing, thing which actually they should introspect is why the people are unhappy in their party, why are they quitting? Now, apart from that, it is also very important for him to understand that we have nobody called outsiders. These people who are guiding us are very much netas of our own party, since we are a national party. Unlike Prashant Kishore, who has been hired by paying a huge amount and coming down to West Bengal from some other state to guide them. But you see, what is actually very painful is after paying so much of amount, he is not being able to keep everybody under the same umbrella of TMC. Because as I told you, that Mamata Banerjee has decided to abdicate the throne in favor of her nephew. And that is the result. The entire mayhem is there in TMC now.
Manogya, you've been tracking this very closely. What's happening in the Trinamool
Priyanka,
Congress? What's happening in the BJP? Is it anger? Is it anger over rise of the nephew? Is it because of Prashant Kishore's intervention? And should Shubhendu Adhikari leave? How big a setback would that be for Mamata Banerjee in this entire region? And if he leaves, and since he comes from a political family, his father, his brothers, his kin, is there an apprehension that they will leave lock, stock and barrel?
I've covered Nandigram movement, and the role of Shubhendu Adhikari, Shishir Adhikari, Dipendu Adhikari cannot be denied on ground the way they've worked it out in past decade and have ensured the victory of TMC. There is also no denial that the justice was primarily denied at various stages to the talent that Shubhendu had, and then of course removing him from one post to the other to accommodate certain people very close to Mamata Banerjee due to the family background was also it also has to be accepted in the same spirit. But when it comes to being advised by someone who's doing it professionally, the second question rises is on what is being done to the party men on ground. There is a lot of dissent because those who worked in the party over the years, their breath, their toil, their hard work, their sweat for almost 2 decades in the inception of party in 98 has to be considered, which has not been considered, and that's the reason of dissent. The anti-incumbency is for the state government, but the difference of opinion within the party is the biggest cause of concern that is leading to the falling off of such important leaders in the party out of party now.
Oh, absolutely, because look at the chants, Manogya, that you've been reporting on, that have been emerging from reports in Nandigram, Riju Datta. You know, Amra Dada Onugami. So, you are saying that they all follow Didi, but these supporters who've been chanting that they follow Dada, their elder brother, that's Shubhendu Adhikari, would that be a setback for the Trinamool Congress in areas like Midnapur, Bankura, Purulia, Malda, Murshidabad? Would that be a big setback for the TMC here, sir?
Mamta Banerjee is, like I said, the party, there is only one leader, that is Mamta Banerjee, rest are all workers. So even in places like Mednipur, Murshidabad and all these places where Shubhendu Da has a fair few fan following and influence is because he's a representative of Mamta Banerjee in those places. Now, it is not possible for a person like Mamta Banerjee to go to the interior rurals of Mednipur to make sure her initiatives and her services reach to the local people. So as I said before, those services were put to the local people with the representatives there on land in Mednipur in case of Shubhendu Da, and in other places other people have done it. So and as a result, certain times certain people gain popularity. But you have to understand that popularity translating into poll success.
You agree with this assessment, Saira Shah Halim?
Because the people have
the
voted.
Party, the Trinamool Congress is all about
because the poll has, because the votes have been
and
votes
her policies.
Mamta Banerjee's name, not anybody's name.
Okay, no, Saira wants to respond.
So I'll just say one thing, that yes, this has actually caught them by surprise, TMC, because Shubhendu Adhikari has influence over 65 seats in the upcoming West Bengal State Assembly election to 2021. And this is actually really, yes, he has a huge influence. Okay, he was a very powerful man of the TMC, and we've heard news that Mr. Sugato Roy will be quitting soon as well, along with 4 TMC MPs to BJP. So what is this poaching going on? I think the people of Bengal needs to know what is the arrangement between the BJP and the TMC, because all these people, if they're going to get poached en masse, then
Riju Datta, you want to quickly respond? You want to quickly respond before I bring in Manokia?
Saira, I just want to, you have made some brilliant points today, but I just want to say, we in our own lifetime, we have had numerous fights with our own mother, where we have not spoken to them and our brothers and sisters have come in and sorted the issue. Sometimes people, because of certain things, because of a political pressure, the big political war is upcoming on us, people have a lot of ideologies and, they have some issues in their head that needs to get cleared. But there is an open line of communication, the dialogue is still going on, and he is still a member of the Legislative Assembly, number one. And number two, regarding the people of Mednapur, which you said 65 seats, that is untrue. And after he has resigned from his ministry today, in a certain news channel,
let me quickly get Manokia to finally respond
members of our party.
The floodgates. The floodgates.
His family loyalty is with Didi and with TMC.
Okay, quickly, madam. Priyanka Tibrewal wants to come in?
Yes.
Okay, quickly, madam. I've last 30 seconds on the show for both, but go on, Priyanka Tibrewal.
They are so concerned about who is coming into BJP, who is walking into BJP. Well, let me tell them that it is prerogative of the BJP to decide who works in our party and not the CPM or the TMC. So this is what we will decide who comes into our party.
That does not, what you are saying now does not correlate with your leaders who are waiting, who are begging for TMC leaders to join BJP. It does not correlate with your statement.
Democracy. Speak about democracy.
Okay.
You are
but Saira Shah Halim in all of this.
You are so covered by the autocratic.
Listen, madam, people who live in glass houses don't throw stones at others.
Not autocracy.
People who live in glass houses don't throw stones at others. Their own house will shatter and fall down.
She is not a ruler.
First, see what is happening between Mukul Roy, Arjun Singh, Tathagato Rai, Nishit Pramanik, and
Saira Shah Halim.
Then talk about others.
You cannot curtail entire thing just under the hands of one. This is not.
Saira Shah Halim, where does this leave the
Saira,
Congress and the left?
Have they been
Okay. Saira Shah Halim, where does this leave the Congress and the left? Have they completely been left out, madam?
Okay, so now what is happening is that this infighting that is going on between the TMC, BJP, or this very tacit arrangement, I think that needs to be exposed, whatever is happening. And I think the people of Bengal are quite tired of this infighting. So yes, like we have seen that the left made some fantastic inroads in Bihar. And that pattern hopefully will continue in Bengal, because right now we are seeing an anti-incumbency as far as the TMC is concerned. At the same time, there's a huge segment that does not believe in the sectarian politics of the BJP. So they're looking at a left Congress alliance, and hopefully the left Congress alliance will be successful. And the anti-incumbency that is going on with TMC, hopefully they'll be able to take advantage of that, because there's so many corruption cases that have been lodged against TMC leaders, and they are right now
in a three-way fight, does it then become Manogya? Okay, in this three-way fight, does it become advantage BJP, Manogya? Point one and point two. I've last 30 seconds on the broadcast, Manogya. Are there floodgates waiting to open? As BJP MP Raju Vista was also saying just a short while back that according to him, there is a list of 50 MLAs and leaders who are waiting, to switch over from the TMC to the BJP. So is all of this just psychological warfare, or are we looking at some big changes happening in Bengal in the weeks ahead?
Well, Bengal is the place where there will be blasts and many more blasts in political forums in days to come. Be prepared for that. And for the left making inroads in Bihar, it cannot be compared to Bengal, because Bengal is a state where left has ruled for 3 decades and there's anti-incumbency against them till date. That's the reason why they landed up with less than 10% vote in Lok Sabha. Keeping all that apart, for the next few days and months, for the allegations and the counter allegations that what BJP and TMC have been making at each other, stating that people living in glass houses should not throw stones at each other. I'm amazed how both of them are in glass houses, but are using the best of the bricks that they can use to throw at each other.
Okay.
That to be on television or be in the political arena every day.
And we'll be reporting on it every day. But that is all I have time for on this part of the show, because there's a very big story coming up on the other side and you don't want to miss that. But for the moment, Priyanka Tibrewal, Riju Datta, Saira Shah Halim and Manogya Lohiwal, as always, many thanks for joining me on India First.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.